often work with people providing care for family members or friends with chronic health problems? These caregivers are the most important source of support for older adults living in the community. Minnesota has nearly 680,000 caregivers who are providing care for adults 50 years of age and older. The value of this unpaid care is tremendous, an estimated $8.2 billion each year. While they're saving the public lots of money, caregivers need support to stay strong and healthy.
My name is Rosie, and this is Manel. We are powerful tools for caregivers, certified class leaders.
We want to tell you about Powerful Tools for Caregivers programming. Powerful Tools for Caregivers is a resource you may use to encourage caregivers you know to learn techniques to take better care of themselves while caring for a loved one. The economic value of unpaid caregivers is priceless. Unfortunately, while they do a good job of caring for others, they often don't know how to take care of themselves. They need methods and techniques for keeping themselves well, and that's what Powerful Tools for Caregivers is all about. It's an educational program, not a support group, but class participants do give and receive support from each other as they progress through the 6-week series of classes.
The classes focus on caregivers learning self-care skills to enable them to thrive as individuals while in their caregiving role. Class leaders guide caregivers to empower themselves with tools of self-care. Class leaders do not fix things, but provide ideas and support to help caregivers recognize what they can do for themselves to improve their daily lives. In the 6 weekly classes, caregivers develop a wealth of self-care tools to reduce personal stress, to change negative self-talk, to communicate more effectively in challenging situations, to recognize the messages in their emotions, and to make tough caregiving decisions.
Participants learn the tools by practicing skills in an open and welcoming class environment. Caregivers have the opportunity to bring their own situations into the activities and discussions. Each week, they're asked to develop action plans. Action plans help class participants practice self-care, try new behavior skills, break down overwhelming problems into smaller, more manageable steps, and to thrive as caregivers. Many of the action plans focus on making time for something they enjoy or improving their health and well-being through exercise. Some of the action plans help them to deal with a difficult caregiving issue using communication skills learned in the class, such as holding a family meeting. Our role as class leaders is to help participants experience success in making and completing their action plans. A successful action plan increases confidence and encourages a person to try a new tool that was learned in the class.
The Caregiver Help Book provides additional information for each of the 6 classes. Included is information on hiring in-home help, decisions about care facility placement, helping the person with memory impairment or depression, handling transportation issues, dealing with grief and end-of-life issues. Research studies find high rates of depression and anxiety among caregivers and increased vulnerability to health problems. Caregivers frequently cite restriction of personal activities and social life as problems. They often feel they have no control over events and that feelings of powerlessness have a significant negative impact on their physical and emotional health.
So how effective is Powerful Tools for Caregivers in improving caregiver well-being? The class series has been shown to have a positive impact on caregiver health for a diverse group of caregivers, including spouses and partners, adult children of aging parents, caregivers in rural and minority communities, and caregivers at differing stages in their caregiving role, living situations, financial and educational backgrounds. Evaluations from class participants indicates the program improves behaviors such as increased exercise, use of relaxation techniques, and health self-care, ability to manage anger, guilt, and depression, self-confidence in coping with caregiving demands, and confidence in finding and utilizing community resources.
As class leaders, we've had the opportunity to travel with caregivers on their caregiving journey. We have seen caregivers begin seeking the medical attention that they need. We have seen caregivers use communication techniques to have critical discussions with family members and to enlist the help of professionals to hold a family meeting. Caregivers have found the time for rest without feeling guilty. Through the use of relaxation techniques, caregivers found a way to get through a difficult day. While asking for help is not always easy, caregivers learn to reach out and finally get the help they needed. All these first-hand accounts point to just how effective Powerful Tools for Caregivers is.
Powerful Tools for Caregivers classes are offered by a variety of agencies nationwide. For information about Powerful Tools for Caregivers in Minnesota and to find a list of upcoming classes, go to the Minnesota Board on Aging Caregiver page and click on Find a Class in Your Community. http://www.mnging.net/en/advisor/caregiver/powerfultoolsforcaregivers.aspx or contact the Senior Linkage Line at 1-800-333-2433 for more information on a Powerful Tools for Caregivers class in your area. Services are generally available using a sliding fee scale or donation.